2018 Exam 2 Core Recursion and Financial Modeling, Question 5. So after 3 years, Julia withdraws $14,000 to purchase a car. It's going to be depreciation using the reducing balance method. And there's our equation given here for the recurrence relationship. And part A says for the first 3 years, the value of R is 0.85. What is the annual rate of depreciation during these 3 years? And a common mistake here is not understanding that depreciation is going down. So if you're at 100% and this is 0%, this is going to be 1 and this is going to be 0. Now we've gone down to 0.85, right? We're depreciating down to 0.85. Well, that corresponds to 85%. These are all percentages on this side. But what did it go down? It went down 15%. A lot of people struggle with that for some strange reason, in my opinion. And some people went with apparently 0.85. So 45% of people got that wrong because they didn't understand the idea of how much is it going down. It's going down from 100% down to 85%. That's 15% drop. Okay, for the next 5 years of reducing balance depreciation, so next 5 years, the annual rate of depreciation the value of the car has changed to 8.6. All right, let's have a look at that I-bar thing again. So if you're at 100% and you go down 8.6%, my tiny little diagram like this, and that's my 0%, we need to know what that new value is. And so 100 minus 8.6, well, 100 minus 8 is 92, minus 0.6 is 91.4%. So that's 1. And so 91.4 is 0.914. This is 0 on here. So that's just your percentages to decimals on either side. Now it says, what is the value of the car after 8 years? All right, and you have to round your answer to the nearest cent because it's financial and you always do that. Let's have a look at how to do that in the calculator. So let me just delete a couple of things here. And so what I did was I put my 14,000 in the calculator and just hit execute, which shoots across the side. Now, remember, we're doing 3 years, right, at the 0.85. So that's why we do times 0.85, 1, 2, 3, and that's our value there. And then I've got to times it by this for a further 5 years. So let me just delete everything there because it all got scrolled across. And so you can see I've now done it 5 times 0.914. There are shorter ways of doing this, but just hitting the calculator like this, I get this number here. And so that's my final answer. So my final answer is $5484.23, which is the nearest cent. There you go. And it says here that a common error were made by students with basically that percentage. So only 34% of people got that far. Most people got 1 mark for at least doing the first 3 years, but couldn't then continue on the next 5.